Dictionary of Law.
Black Dictionary of Law. Okay. So, Black Dictionary of Law. Public debt is a debt owed by national, state, or local governments. So, private debt is debt owed by households, businesses, and nonprofits. So,
All right.
right.
So now, this money really don't mean shit to us as Americans. Why? Because the only thing it's doing is just recycling all throughout the world. Because we paying off our debt, our homes, any little thing that we have, we investing the money right back into it. Basically what it's telling you. So you know it's really not nothing you can do with it. So if they wanted to and they say the government can come and say, well, hey, we not accepting no more dollar bills. Well, think about everybody that's been out there trying to save all these dollars, 20, 100, put it up under their pillows and shit like that.
Right.
What you saving it for? It's shit. It don't mean nothing to them.
Right.
All right. So now.
But see, this is the thing. This is the thing too. It says private debt or debt that accumulated by private businesses, or it's also debt owned by national, state, or local governments. So they put on this money that this note is a legal tender. Our money used to say that this is a gold certificate. It had nothing about debt on there. Right.
Correct. And you know why? Because it had value behind the certificate. It had something to withhold that certificate. So like if we went back in the day and we cut somebody's grass or mowed, they did some shit like that. They'll give you that silver certificate and you'll take it to the bank and they will give you something for it. Because it would. So now, if I take a $20 bill in the bank, they're not going to give me $20 worth of gold.
Right.
They're not going to give me $20 worth of silver. They're not getting. So that money don't hold no value. It's just a number on the money.
Well, I take it back. I'm looking at a gold certificate. They do have. They say it's payment of all debts, but it says and dues, public and private. So, and I was telling this on my live stream yesterday. In the 70s, before the 70s, China, Japan had started selling a lot of Toyotas and Volkswagen in the United States. Well, because the dollar was a legal tender for our debts, right? The United States was giving China its dollars for the pay for the sales of their vehicles exploding in the United States. Well, China, they got to the point where they was like, your dollar's depreciating. It especially when they was like, we don't even want the dollar. It was losing its purchasing power. We want the real gold. They want the real money.
Right.
And so then Spain got a hold of it, and they began to send their warships to the United States, and they had all the United States cash on the warship, and they was coming to get the money, the gold. And Nixon got wind of it or whatever, and China began to want real money to exchange cash, because that's why up to 1971 other countries could exchange U.S. cash for gold, right? And so we was getting low on our real money supply, which means we were getting low on the power as well. And they stopped that. Nixon stopped that exchange in 1971 to convert cash, the convertibility of cash into gold or silver. So ever since then, China has been stacking up on gold and making alliances with Africa, and also alliances with Russia for gas. And they're talking about that executive order and Biden not allowing the pipeline to come. Well, all it's going to be is not, it's zinc. It's zinc because, it's not going to be extinct, but it's not going to have the value that it used to have, because when the dollar was removed from gold, they added Saudi Arabia oil to it, and it became the petrodollar then that gave it some type of worth to try to keep it from being devaluated. And that's why I talk to people about cryptocurrency, right? Because this year, the dollar is going to stop being devaluated. It's going to be totally destroyed.
Yup.
It's going to be destroyed.
And guess what Trump was trying to do?
What's that?
He was trying to put us back into that old system shit. To where if you had a dollar, because if I go to the bank, so this is something that a lot of people don't know. That I'm taking that book, I'm taking all this shit. So when you deposit $1 inside of a bank, that bank makes $26 off your dollar. So you're making that bank richer every time you deposit money. So think about this. They give you a credit limit. They give you a credit limit, like to get money out of the ATM, which is like 400. Most of them is 400, whatever. And then they give you a availability of your balance. But then you don't see all the other money because the bank, when it's closed, it's closed. So that's the reason why you won't ever see an update in your account, because they are constantly recycling and investing small portions of your money into other things. That's why they open and close at a certain time. So, and then also, a lot of people say, well, Washington, D.C. makes the money, right?
Right.
They don't. If you look on that dollar or whatever you got in your hand, it tells you exactly what federal bank
Makes that dollar. Right. And it also